Well, good evening. Ethan back for another beer review, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing one I'm really excited about, Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout from Samuel Smith's Old Brewery, or Tadcaster, they have in parentheses on Beer Advocate, and it gets a 94, an outstanding on Beer Advocate. This is an oatmeal stout, a product of England. This is the 12-ounce bottle. I got this for $9.99, a 4-pack of the 12-ounce bottles at Whole Foods near me. I have a Whole Foods and a Trader Joe's near me. I always like going to them. They have great beer selection at both those stores, so I always like to go. When I go go check out the beer section. Absolutely every time. All right, on the back of the bottle it says, "The Celebrated Oatmeal Stout. An opaque, wonderfully silky and smooth textured ale with a complex, medium dry palate and bittersweet finish. Brewed with well water, the original well sunk in 1758, is still in use. Malted barley, roasted barley, oatmeal, yeast, and hops. Fermented in open-top stone Yorkshire squares. Celebrated Oatmeal Stout is a style benchmark revived by Samuel Smith's and the inspiration for hundreds of commercial oatmeal stouts." Yeah, I read that this beer actually became extinct, quote unquote, around, I think it was the First or Second World War, and then it was revived and again in 1980 by Samuel Smith. So this is an English stout. I don't think I've had any English stouts or reviewed any. I've had an English porter. I've had the Taddy Porter from Samuel Smith, I believe, as well. But I believe this is my first time reviewing an English stout. All right, I'm excited to get into it. Oatmeal stouts, they get a lot of praise from beer reviewing channels and reviewers, so I'm excited to get into this one. It is 5% alcohol. I don't think I mentioned that. So on the low side for a stout. More than Guinness, but less than Guinness Extra Stout. Let's go ahead and crack it open. And this was a pretty good price. $9.99 for a 4-pack of a stout. That's a good price. I would get that again. First time I've ever had this beer. I will be reviewing it on camera. All right, we got a massive, cascading, foamy, dark brown, dark caramel, kind of a dark khaki colored head. 4-finger at least. The appearance is dark brown. It is not black and it is not opaque. You can see through it. I see some red around the bottom edges of the glass. Let's get an aroma. Getting kind of a malted barley on the aroma. Sort of a sweet aroma. Getting some chocolate with that second aroma. Very appealing aroma. It smells great. It smells fabulous. Not a whole lot of coffee. The majority of the aroma is sort of a toasted barley malt, sort of maybe a pumpernickel bread kind of deal going on, and then a little bit of chocolate perhaps. Samuel Smith's Old Brewery, North Yorks, England. See if there's a date on the bottle. Oh, this beer gets a 50, no date. No, I'm just kidding. Again, wonderful aroma, heads down pretty quick. Go ahead and try it here pretty soon. Yeah, it's not dark. It's on the lighter side for a stout that I've tried. You're getting some reddish hues through it, for sure. Been a few days since I've had a beer, so I figured I'd come on here and do a review. January the 6th. Already. Wow. Almost January the 7th. Already 7 days into 2021 here. All right, let's go ahead and try it. Oh, excuse me. I got mostly foam with that sip. Okay, so nice kind of sweet flavor. I do kind of get an oatmeal. This is kind of one of those beers where what's on the bottle is actually what you get. You do kind of get that. I've heard people kind of refer to oatmeal stouts as having that slick mouthfeel, and it's kind of a slick sweetness. It kind of like runs down the throat. It's really good. It's not thin bodied. I mean, it's only 5%, which is low for a stout, but it has a nice flavor. Let me get another one. It has kind of a smoothness to it without being light and flavorless. Medium body and medium mouthfeel, I'd say. Definitely not heavy mouthfeel. This is on the light to medium side for a stout, but packed with flavor. I would say this is a lot, well, not better per se. It's a, matter of perspective. But it's more flavor. It has more flavor than a Guinness Draft or a Murphy's Irish Stout. It doesn't have the bitterness that a Guinness Extra Stout does, or other stouts that I have tried at this ABV range. So I'm guessing the IBUs are low. I didn't look them up. But yeah, very sweet, kind of a smooth, slick taste, really. That oatmeal stout they talk about with the slick mouthfeel, I am getting that. It does have a very, very smooth flavor, as they say. Very nice. Not thin at all. Very tasty. This is really good. The barley malt and the sweetness complement one another well. You're not getting like a overriding note of either or, It's like a perfect marriage, so to speak. And it's just very easy to drink for a stout. Minimal bitterness, not overly sweet. It's just very sessionable for a stout. And it's, again, I keep saying smooth, but it's just so smooth. I actually like this a lot better than, well, not a lot better. I would say I like this a little better, or it is more enjoyable to drink, we'll say, than a lot of other stouts that I've had or reviewed that are higher ABV. So for 5%, kind of a sessionable English stout, this is delicious. Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout, celebrated. I see why it's celebrated. 94 on Beer Advocate. I'll go one notch higher than that. I'll go 95 for the Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout. Really good, solid A. You could even consider this almost world class. That might be a bit of a stretch, but it's just a delicious stout. It really is. And that's just coming from somebody who really likes stouts. And I really like beer too. I like the way it tastes. So I'm obviously going to give something I like a high score. It might be higher than what other people would give it, but that's okay. They're entitled to their opinion, and I'm entitled to mine. So 95, it deserves it. I think it's great. I'd get it again. I'd get this often for $9.99 a 4-pack. Great, kind of a standby stout, I would say. I would say this Founder's Breakfast Stout and Guinness Foreign Extra Stout are some of the 3 best stouts you can buy for their price in this area. I don't know if those beers that I mentioned are readily available in your state or your area, but for me, the price of those 3, wonderful. And they are rock solid. They won't steer you wrong. If you want a good standby stout, those 3 are ones to go for. They're not off. They're not weird. They're not expensive. They're not stouts you have to really think about. They're just stouts you enjoy and drink. And this one is right up there with those. 95 out of 100. Easily 95 out of 100 for the Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout. And that'll do it for this review. It's enjoyable. If you see it, definitely get it and try it and buy it and review it. It's excellent. Cheers and thank you for watching.